NeNe Leakes is grieving the loss of her husband, Gregg, who died on September 1st from colon cancer at the age of 66. Now she's reflecting on his final weeks and telling people what they were like.
We had 2 weeks leading into this transition, so we made a lot of peace with what was happening. We talked a lot. I told him how much I loved him. We said so much stuff to each other. We've had so many highs and so many lows and everything in between. I said, I wouldn't have chosen another husband other than you. I married you twice, crazy man. We had all kind of conversations. His sons came in. They told him that they loved him as their dad. They would have never wanted any other dad. His best friends were there.
NeNe reveals that she was with Gregg in his last moments and describes how difficult it was to see him take his last breath.
I happened to go in the room with the caretaker. Otherwise, it would have been her only in there. I went in there and he took a big breath, kind of like with his shoulders, and then he stopped. And then I was kind of like talking to her, and he took another breath, and she said to me, I don't think Gregg is breathing. And I said, yes, he is. He is breathing. And then I looked at him, and he took another breath. And I said, okay. I said, you see, he is breathing. And then I went back over to him. I said, Gregg, you okay? And his hands were really like kind of straight. I held his hand a little bit. He took one more breath, and then he didn't move again.
With family and friends already present at the time, NeNe decided to have a private memorial for Gregg shortly after he passed.
It was just a beautiful thing. So when he passed, the funeral home that we were dealing with, they brought him out of the pool door because they couldn't get him out of the other door in this stretcher that they have. And they brought him into our living room. And all of the children were there because everybody was spending the night at this point around the clock. And we had a girlfriend that started reading scriptures out of a Bible. Everybody we wanted right there when we were all there. We did a private memorial right inside the house the same day that he passed.
Now NeNe is adjusting to life without her husband, but she says she misses him every day.
My grieving is really off the meter. So this is how it goes for me. If I'm by myself, that is not good for me because I usually start to think and I'm like, Gregg, where are you, Gregg? I always have Gregg to call and ask for help or just help me make some sort of decision. Like, who am I going to call now? I'm like, Gregg, okay, what would Gregg do, Gregg? Then I usually break down. I cry. So I have a lot of highs and lows. And I miss him every day. Every day I go home, I want Gregg to come back. I keep thinking to myself, he's away on a business trip. He'll be right back. He hasn't got back yet. I'm still waiting for him to come home.
For more on NeNe Leakes, pick up this week's issue of People on Newsstands Friday.